What's going on, guys? Thanks for joining me. Today I wanted to share with you guys some tips that help me improve my aim on PC, and maybe they can help you too, as well as touch on some things I felt are not often mentioned in the community but could be good to know, because you've heard what they say, knowledge is power. But without further ado, guys, let's get right into it. I'd also like to mention that what I'll be saying could be a bit controversial, so take it with a pinch of salt, because at the end of the day, it's only my opinion. So I want to start off by dismantling this theory of, hey, just pick whatever sense feels comfortable, because in my humble opinion, it should start off with the mouse and its qualities first before you even pick a sensitivity. Of course, I'm referring to weight and shape. Most people, when they come to the PC world, already have some sort of idea of the sensitivities they favored on console, whether that was fast or slow. I truly believe that your mouse should directly affect what sensitivity you choose. For example, if you want a super high sensitivity around 5 to 20 centimeters per 360, you should opt for a heavier mouse, something around 80 to 144 grams, so that it could eliminate the natural shakiness that a super high sense could cause. For a medium high sensitivity, I consider this to be around 30 to 60 centimeters per 360. For this, your mouse should probably weigh around 70 to 90 grams, and ultimately for a slow and a super slow sensitivity, that being 65 to 90 centimeters per 360, you want the lightest mouse that you can get your hands on. I think 58 being the lightest at the moment should be best, since you will be doing very fast swipes and moving your hands a whole lot to track a moving target, and it can help you feel less fatigued as well. I want to mention that a lot of people are sort of forced into picking a certain sensitivity because of limited desk space, so if you can give yourself more space, you should consider it, being that it can give you more options when picking your sensitivity. Overall, my tip is to choose a sensitivity that aligns with your mouse shape and weight and the grip you might want to implement in the future. And that brings me to my next point, which is how you grip your mouse. I've divided this into two categories: mouse grips and contact points. First, I want to make clear that there are three types of mouse grips: palm, claw, and fingertip, and that the mouse you choose is going to determine if you'll be able to use a certain grip efficiently, because certain mice cater to certain grip styles, like big heavy mice work well with palm grip, and short lightweight mice work well with fingertip and claw grip. Palm is a relaxed hand grip in which your whole palm is on the mouse. It's normally used amongst the more casual gamers and big mouse users, but not limited to them. Claw is a bit more complex and might take a bit of adjusting at first. It's a grip in which your fingers are curled a bit and only a bit of palm is used at the back as an anchor. Lastly, we have fingertip grip, and out of all the three mentioned, this one provides the greatest range of motion within your wrist. It's a little unusual since only the tips of your fingers are at play here. Again, it's sort of weird to get used to, but once mastered, it can greatly improve your aim. It is my personal favorite out of the three. Alright, let's talk contact points. This refers to exactly where every single part of your hand and fingers rest on the mouse. A common mistake I see when holding the mouse is people tend to not secure it very well, and that can throw off your aim and make it inconsistent. This is so overlooked because it can actually become a habit if not corrected early on. Furthermore, what can end up happening is that you lose your grip every time you swipe your mouse, especially if you're a low sense user who needs more speed swipes, causing you to mess up in game. I briefly want to touch on this tiny overlooked gimmick I see many of my friends do, and I believe it also lends itself to making your aim a bit choppy. That is, dragging your fingers with the mouse on the mouse pad. For example, the tip of your pinky, thumb, or even the middle fingers are touching the mouse pad as you swipe around. I used to catch myself doing this often, and I noticed it creates inconsistencies with your tracking. Getting rid of this should make your movement swift and precise. Another thing to note is to keep your fingers tidy on the mouse as if you were ready to click at any time, instead of hovering over the buttons, creating lag between when you want to shoot and when you actually do. It should almost feel like you're going to press them by mistake, and you should keep them like that at all times. I want to add that too many bindings on the mouse can also affect the way you keep composure of the mouse, and in turn also negatively impact aim. Next, I want to touch on the most overlooked piece of equipment that could help sharpen your aim. That's going to be the mouse pad. All you need to know is that they're all different despite looking exactly almost the same. They all have different glide speeds and braking power. If you're a super low sense user, I would recommend a hard pad like the glorious Helios, and if you're a high sense user, check out some of the slow pads which can help you slow down that fast sense when you need it the most. Now, what would this aim guide be without mentioning the number one tool most pros count on for their aiming ability? Kovacs. This is an amazing aim trainer that can truly take you to the next level. I'm talking flick shots, accusational tracking ability, and just pinpoint precision, guys. Definitely give this a shot at least 30 minutes a day or 10 minutes before a game session. Look up a Kovacs tutorial for the shortcuts on which exercises are going to make you excel the fastest, and then have patience. This will not happen overnight. You need to put in the practice hours and be committed to that sense once you've chosen it. With that being said, guys, thanks for watching. I really hope this was a somewhat helpful video. If it was, please leave a like as it helps the channel more than you can imagine. If you're unclear or have questions about what I've explained, don't hesitate to leave a comment as I'll be reading every single one. If you enjoy this type of content as well as maybe some gameplay breakdown, consider subscribing as I'll be uploading more in the future. Peace out, guys.